Hey, good morning, you guys. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. So, oh man, it's a lot going on with a lot of people these days. Telling you. And the title of this video is The Scariest Moment in Someone's Life. I think the scariest moment in someone's life is when they realize their their time is up. Their life is over. Okay. The scariest moment in someone's life is when they realize their life is fucking over. It's that moment of realization that you're out of options, that everything is wrong in your life and you have zero way of fixing it. You don't have anyone to rely on, depend on. You're out of fucking time and out of luck. That has to be the scariest moment in someone's life. That has to be the scariest moment in someone's life when they realize their life is over. I mean, sure, when you're young and you still have vitality, it's like you still got all this damn energy and shit. Even if your life is over in a moment, you already know, like, I got it. Like, I had a moment like that when I first became a single mom. My life could have been over too, but I was just too ambitious and I had way too many goals for me to just be fucked up forever. Like, it was a point in time where I was fucked up. I'm not going to keep going over the story over and over again, but it could have been over for me. But I think because I was very headstrong and I had skills, I was able to come up off something. It was hard, I'm not gonna lie, it was hard, but I was able to come up off something. But it's that moment, probably when you in your 50s, burnt out straight out of a divorce, kids grown, they hate you, you divorced, your parents are dead or they're aging, your bills are stacked up, you ain't got no money, no good job, laid off. Like, I feel like it's that moment where you realize my life is fucking over, yo. Like, it's over in some capacity. Like, if your mom and dad has died, considering if the relationship was strong, your mom usually is your rock. Your mom is your rock. She gonna be there to talk to. So if you ain't got your mom, no dad, your siblings ain't really got a good relationship, your kids are off doing whatever they want, they don't like you. It's just you don't got that job no more. It's a lot of people right now that's going through the job thing. And your health is fucked up, health, overweight, things like that. Your life is over. In so many words, your life is fucking over. It doesn't have to be over, but for a lot of people, they don't have that oomph in them to continue. They did just, the odds are just against them in so many different ways that their life becomes over. I'm gonna tie this a little bit back to Sansaray. I think she was in her mid 40s, single mom to a younger child, living in hotels, bad reputation. I don't know what her relationship with her family was before she passed away, but it probably wasn't in a good space. If she was stranded like that, it probably wasn't in a good space. Begging for donations online. No real set career. Like, she had hobbies, ebooks, all that. And like I said, that's one thing I will give Sansaray is she had a drive to write and keep that hustle. But at some point, it comes to a complete halt when you just realize, what the fuck? And I feel like as you age, if you're not taking care of yourself, that's why I'm hell bent on losing so much weight, because I was like, I know I'm going in my 40s. I do not want to be overweight in my 40s because I'm getting older. Health is a big factor. And if I'm overweight, it's going to be over for me. It's going to be over. But I think that's when the heart attacks, and they say a lot of black women, they die of heart disease and all this other stuff linked to obesity, I feel. Um, but it's those scary moments where you realize life is over. Or the life you once knew is over. Maybe life isn't over, but the life you once knew when you were young and you had it still going on and you can still attract a lot of different people. Those 40s start looking dark, I feel. Like they start looking real dark. Especially if you didn't keep up with your appearance. Especially if you're a single mom still of a young child. Yeah. Like, who wants to be a single mom of a young child in their 40s? Okay? With no help, family helping, you're poor. Okay? Mom all you want, I guess. But if you're poor, why would you want to be a single mom in your 40s? I looked at a couple of TikTok reels yesterday where people was like, I'm done out here. Like, I'm done. I know I'm gonna die. Like, they know it because they like, if I didn't have my parents, I wouldn't have shit. Like, they feel like they can't keep a job. They feel like they have literally nothing. And a lot of people, especially, these are some dark times we're in. A lot of people across the board are coming to the realization that their life is over. Like that dream that they once thought they were going to live, whether it's a relationship dream they had in mind, a career dream they had in mind, a family dream they had in mind. A lot of people realize that that shit is not happening. Like, or they were just like, a lot of people are going through realization. Okay. They're going through a realization. I'm talking to a lot of people that are in a very dark space in their life. I'm seeing a lot of people that are in a very dark space in their life. And I'm not saying I can't relate, because I go through my own struggles as well. Like, I only have one kid. I'm the only child, and I'm starting to wonder, okay, when my parents die, then what? Okay, I'm even going through some type of realization as well. Like, what the fuck, you know? Like, I was left on this planet with absolutely no siblings, and I hate my family. Well, I don't hate all of them. Let me take that back. But you get what I'm saying. Like, for the most part, I'm out here alone. I'm out here alone, for real. I'm out here alone. And the problematic part with latching on to other people, they can bring you down. I think that's what I'm struggling with when it comes to having people come into my life or vice versa, is because I realize you make the wrong choice with allowing certain people in your life, they can destroy you too. Okay? So it's kind of like I'm in this weird space of being alone or letting somebody in my life in a significant way. I'm not talking about just random meetups. That's not letting somebody in your life. Having a sex partner is not letting somebody in your life. That's just keeping people at a distance. But I'm talking about really letting a motherfucker in your life, such as living together, doing things together, all that. Let me tell you, that individual can fuck up your life too. Okay? They can fuck up your life too. And then you be wondering, you be wishing, dag, I wish I would have stayed alone. So it's so many different choices to make. And now what's so crazy is I think it's very hard to know who to trust nowadays, because a lot of people are in survival mode right now. And you can't trust people in survival mode. People in survival mode will lie about anything. They will pretend and act the most. And it's never good to make decisions when you're desperate. Okay? So you got to figure out if someone's operating from just because they feel that way, or are they desperate? People will tell you anything when they're desperate. People will, you know. So I'm wise enough to understand that about people, which is why I'm very selective. Because one thing I do got going for me that a lot of people don't have in their life right now is at least I have comfortability. I'm comfortable for the most part. I'm not waking up every day wondering how I'm going to pay a bill for the most part. Okay? I'm not waking up like, oh my God, rent is due. Oh my God, how am I going to do this? Oh my God, I ain't got nothing to eat. I'm not waking up like that. Okay? I don't have those significant problems that a lot of people have. So why wouldn't people want to come in my life and be comfortable with me? Right? That's why a person like me definitely has to be careful because I have something that a lot of people don't have. Comfortability. I have peace of mind to a certain extent. I have peace of mind. And it's a lot of people that want peace of mind right about fucking now. That's why I can't trust love right now, because a lot of people, they don't have peace of mind. Okay? So, I don't know what world we living in, but I can see why they said by the year 2030, a lot of people are going to be dead. A lot of people going to take themselves out, man. I have this strong feeling a lot of people are going to take themselves out of here. Okay? They're going to die. They're going to die either because of health or because of self-inflicted wounds, or motherfuckers going to get killed. I'm telling you, it's a dangerous position a lot of people are in right now mentally. They're going to want to kill their family, they mother, father, sisters, they wives, husband, their kids, or people are going to be so they're going to be drowning so bad in bills and this, they're going to want to die. They're going to realize they're old and want to die. They're going to realize they have no one and want to die. Like, it's a lot of people that's going to realize a lot about their life, and they're going to want to die. I'm dead ass serious. Like, we are legit in Bird Box right now. We're in Bird Box right now. A lot of people don't realize we are currently in the Bird Box. It's like you got to make the right connections just to survive, but not enough connections where that one person that you bring in can just sink the whole ship. Okay? Who were the main survivors in Bird Box? Oh, it was the people that were blind. It was the people that was blind. They didn't have the ability to see the evil. So therefore, they weren't triggered to want to have to kill themselves. Okay? The crazy people. The people who had a different level of faith and they didn't fear something. Those are the people that were able to survive. The people who were deemed crazy, who didn't live in fear, or the people who were blind. Because if you were able to see all this shit, it made you want to kill yourself in the movie Bird Box. If you were able to see what was ahead of you, you were able to kill yourself. But if you weren't able to see, or you saw the problems as not a problem but a work of art, you were able to live. So now we're in the times where people have to either change their perspective of what's in front of them and not let it get to them, or be blind to this shit. Be blind. Have tunnel vision. Okay? So anywho, that's what I wanted to say. I actually admire those people nowadays who can live in a tent and be fucked up and still have a positive attitude. That type of shit will kill the average person. But if you living in a tent, broke, ain't worried about your bills, and you just like, fuck it, this is life, they have 100% chance of surviving. Because they ain't letting nothing get to them. I fuck with that. I fuck with that. All right, bye.